Today, as I've promised, I'm going to interview a very, very successful entrepreneur. Good friend of mine, in fact he's my brother-in-law, Wyndham House, and he operates a very successful, in fact I'll let him describe what he does, but it's down the Barossa Valley. It's a luxury vineyard retreat. I've stayed there and I highly recommend you go there yourself. It's a great experience. But I just want to interview Wyndham quickly and ask him a little bit about the history there of what he's done and how he's developed it into a very successful business. So just quickly, Wyndham, what is the bit of the history behind what you've done there?
Well, we bought the property 15 years ago, and a lot of hard work to develop the old buildings. There was renovated buildings that we've spent the last 15 years working on, and we've developed. From the first year we developed some accommodation, and then over the years we've built up to 8 luxury guest rooms and now a restaurant serving degustation meals.
Right, and I'll have to also give you a plug here for your wine. We were tasting this last night, one of the best wines I've ever drank. So the Samuel Niski Cabernet, beautiful wine. That's one of the wines they do on the property. The other thing I'd like to ask you is what procedures and what strategies and things like that have you put in place to ensure that you have a successful business? Have you got any tips there that you could pass on?
Well, I think a lot stems from training, both in staff and also for ourselves. So we're constantly updating our view on hospitality and how to bring about a successful business. We do it by travelling to other like properties that provide the similar service, and we also provide training seminars and training for our staff so that they are getting a training for a sort of a 6-star service, so that the service is professional and polite and warm and friendly, and we have some policies and procedures set in place so that when we have rooms checking in, for example, we have second and third checks before guests are allowed to actually enter the rooms. Right. And with our meals too, with the degustation dinners, we always seat people in the gardens or on the lounges and serve them aperitifs and lovely little canapes to start with, so that they're completely relaxed, so that they can soak in the atmosphere, because it's quite a historic and beautiful property.
So you'd say that as a point of difference, what you do that maybe your competitors don't do, you try and give people a service that's a cut above what other people are giving, or you just go to a higher degree? What is your big point of difference, do you find?
Yeah, look, we just try to go the extra mile. So quite often there's things that we'll do for guests that aren't perhaps written in a package or they're not stated. So they're just extra things over and above what they've paid for. Right. For example, it's a complimentary glass of Silentium when they arrive, or a nice plate of handmade chocolates delivered to their room after they check in, or something just to go the extra mile, complimentary tasting, or we take them to the winery for a barrel tasting, things like that. So we just try to do a little bit over and above their expectation. Yeah,
so you probably over-deliver and under-promise, which is always better than the reverse.
Yeah, we try to. We're human, but it's a good policy to have, where we try to give the best possible experience for them, so that when they go away, they remember Jacob's Creek Retreat as a luxury vineyard accommodation was the highlight of their visit to the Barossa.
Right, and you've also got an online presence with your 2 websites. You're obviously bringing in bookings there. That's an element of a self-generating income. What are the 2 sites that you've got?
We've got muraroopark.com.au and jacobscreekretreat.com.au, and we're developing those sites so that there's going to be a little bit of merchandise available. There's online bookings already established on there, so that you can enter your details and get an immediate accommodation for a future date. And online bookings and online presence is becoming more and more popular for people who have a lot more confidence in it than years ago. So that is providing a large percentage of our business now. Yep.
Well, look, thanks very much for those little pointers and tidbits you've given us. Just from my knowledge of what you're doing there, I can see that you're providing immense customer value, and that's why people spread the word, tell each other. You get a lot of referrals, obviously, from repeat business, I'd imagine, and that sort of thing, of course, is part of this self-generating income model that we're talking about on this blog. So I'd like to appreciate your time there, and thanks everyone. So we'll sign off now, and we'll see you on the next video.